Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm salty?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Housewife Historian. We are talking the Real Housewives of Miami today. And of course, everything in this video that you're about to see is alleged, but we are going to be discussing Miss Lisa and Lenny, the boob god, otherwise known as the best breast augmentation doctor available in the Miami, Florida area. That's what Lenny's been known as. I've talked to you guys before about releases, people not being unsatisfied, patients not being allotted the privilege to leave reviews without the fear of Lenny suing them. But what we also have to talk about, that's in one of my other videos if you want to go check it out. But what we also have to talk about today, guys, is going to be the video that came out of Lenny and the new girlfriend, the other woman, whatever you want to call it. This TikTok video came out before the divorce was filed, before it was announced, before we even really knew what was going on. This TikTok came out, it made its rounds, okay? And then we're going to kind of talk about the timeline of how things transpired very quickly. Of course, we're not going to drag this out. And then we're also going to talk about what is Lenny saying on social media right now, because he's replying to comments on Instagram, he's making comments. And you guys are not even gonna believe some of the things that he says. In one specific comment, he says something like, "Does it even matter how I was treated or nah?" Like, Lenny, I'm gonna need you not to be quoting the rap song or nah. I just please. Anyways, guys, before we get into all of that, make sure that you hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on. Please bear with me. I am losing my voice this weekend. It's been a rough weekend with the baby, hanging Christmas lights and staying very busy, family photos, and plus all of the work I've been doing this weekend because I've been digging, okay? I have been digging for you guys. I'm getting tea. I'm getting a lot of tea, and I just have to confirm and wait on okays and publicists to get you some of that tea that will be coming. Okay, enough of that. Let's get started on the Real Housewives of Miami, the divorce, the other woman, Lisa and Lenny, okay? So I don't know. I'm scared to actually put the video up of Lenny and the other woman that came out on YouTube. I did put it up on my Instagram. All of the comments that I'm going to read to you guys that Lenny commented on other people's social media, I'm going to post those on YouTube as well. Those are posted on Instagram, but I know I have subscribers and people that they're not on Instagram, they're not on Twitter, they're not on Facebook. You know, YouTube may be their primary source of social media, and for those purposes, I think it's always best to give everyone the lowdown, get everyone on the same page, what was going on, what happened, and how we got here. So what happened was first this like 30-second TikTok video is released, and it is again posted on my Instagram page, HW Historian. And it's Lenny standing outside of a club, almost like when a bouncer stands outside of the club and he like, there's like a stool for him to sit on, and while he checks IDs and such. That's what it looked like. Lenny was like leaned up against or standing, and you can't really see a lot of her face. You see them kind of exchange each other, but the camera is catching Lenny's face, not the woman he is greeting and exchanging with. And his smile is, you could probably see it from the space station. His smile was so big when he saw this woman, whom we later find out to be his current girlfriend, the model. I don't want to necessarily say her name, but she is very easy to find on Google. just in case, of course, everything in this video is alleged, but he embraces her. It is a friendly display of PDA with Lenny and this model who turns out to be like 20 some years old. Okay, this comes out before there's any word of divorce, any word in the blogs that there's any problems. This hits the blogs. So then this starts to circulate, and Page 6 apparently was calling Lenny asking for a comment. And so Lenny replies to Page 6, says, "There's nothing to see here. Keep it pushing. Nice try, though," is what he tells Page 6. "Me and Lisa are fine. Nice try, though." Several days later, he's forced to apologize and retract that and say that him and Lisa are headed for divorce. He apologized that he lied to Page 6, but he did it to protect his children and protect his family, and therefore he's sorry, but yes, him and Lisa are parting ways. So that was initially how that happened. Then we start hearing the rumors of Lisa and Larsa blowing down on Lenny and this girl at the club at like 3 o'clock in the morning. From eyewitnesses, allegedly, there was an exchange of words. There was a glass thrown. There was some yelling. There was a scene made at this bar at 3 o'clock in the morning in Miami where Lisa and Larsa either found Lenny, knew he was there, heard he was there, whatever the case was, they blew down on him and the new girl, okay? We heard about that as well. We allegedly are not going to get the chance to see that on the Real Housewives of Miami because they weren't filming either at that moment in time, whatever the case may be. Maybe we'll get some footage of it, who knows? But seeing a lot of comments of people saying Lenny, well, especially after I read to you guys some of the comments that he's made. Let's get to that juicy part for you here, guys. I know that's what we're all waiting to hear what Lenny said. Oh, Lenny. Lenny, I'm going to need you to please get your life together, sir. You cannot be making these comments. Ugh. Okay. So originally, let's see here. Sorry, hold on 1 second. I thought I was on my carousel pictures here, but maybe not. Let me get over to my other page. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, that is it. Let's see here. Okay. So, this was 2 days ago. The commenter writes, "Lisa is beautiful and you have 2 young children. It seems like you're the cliche of getting a younger woman, but your wife was beautiful and gave you 2 perfect kids. Wish you find your way back to her." Lenny replies, "I would rather be alone and loveless than ever be with Lisa." That was posted, Queens of Bravo caught that. Another comment. So it's a picture of Lenny and 3 other guys, and it says, "First tailgate for Dolphins. Go Dolphins." And the new alleged girlfriend says, "That smile when I met you win at shotgunning. That smile when I let you win at shotgunning." Oh, I'm so sorry. That's what she said. She said, "Oh, that smile when I let you win at shotgunning. Smiley face trophy." He replies, "A win is a win. Don't be salty." And then the other one was in my other post. I'm so sorry, guys. These like showed up at different times. So I actually had to do 2 different posts because I started to come across more comments that he had left. So I had to do another post. Here we go. The account that posted was Pitchy Pics on TikTok, was the one that originally broke this whole thing with Lenny and this young Australian model outside of this club. Again, that's PICHICHIPIXX. And another comment says, "I watched the episode announcing your split, and for some reason I'm so sad. Lisa has always been my favorite, and I was rooting for you guys." Lenny replies, "I am truly sorry for that, but that moment was years in the making. Our marriage was long ago, and our marriage was long over, and Lisa didn't care. I was just the useful idiot funding her lifestyle." Someone says, the audacity of embarrassing that woman on national television is just beyond me. Lenny replies, how about how she treated me for years in all capital letters? You care about that at all or nah? Question mark. Lenny, I'm gonna need you not to say or not. I mean, I'm just saying. I can't take you serious. Next comment. There's more. You fell in, it says something, you can't read the first sentence. You fell in love with someone else. Okay, but being a single mom is hard, especially when heartbroken. She is the mother of your children, and those precious little ones will learn a lot about humanity, good and bad, by how you treat and care for their mother. Lenny replies, I'm doing my best. Don't believe the vile and hellacious things she is accusing me of. None of it is true, and my children that I spend quality time with almost every day are very happy and could want for nothing. Another person, it's sad to see on both ends. Loved you both as a viewer. Hope for peace for you all. Lenny replies, not exactly. What I say is that I understand that she will never move on, and the only way is when a court rules on it. Unless you think I should give her the house, question mark. Jeez, Lenny, really going at it with these Bravo subscribers that are just trying to, understand what's going on. Like, these people weren't wishing bad on him. They were just saying, like, we're sorry to see it didn't work out. We're sorry for your family. Like, we're sorry for your kids' sake. Like, and he's like, woe is me. This kind of reminds me again of what I've spoke to y'all about before when it comes to the fact that Lenny allegedly, when he does his augmentations, he could not handle the backlash of any sort of reviews because he's around yes people. He's a doctor. I'm not really sure where the childhood trauma comes in that the man can't handle a review, but there's paperwork in the release packet that the ladies or whomever's having the augmentation has to fill out that agrees that they are not to leave any reviews, good nor bad, and that any review left is suable. They're liable up to $1,000 per review, and Lenny can take them to court to sue them to do so should they be unsatisfied or want to leave a review. That is concerning. But with the reputation that Lenny has as being the boob god, look at all of the publicity and money that he probably made simply from Lisa being on the Real Housewives of Miami for those first 4 years. Like, they were still, well, she was relatively young. I don't know what the exact age difference is on him and her. Let me see. I want to know because they're kind of saying like he's trading her in, but I kind of thought they were the same age. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Their last name is like weird to spell. Oh, other people apparently are Googling it too because it came right out. So he's 56 and she's 40. They've been together somewhere around like 15 years. So it would make sense that he was like 40. Or no, yeah, he would have been 40 16 years ago and she would have been like 25. I wonder if he was married before her. People are putting the timeline together too. It's just very, he didn't have any children with anyone, so he must not have been married before because she says the mom like gave the whole talk at the wedding that said we don't get divorced. He probably, by the time he went to school, he wouldn't have been done probably till his 30s, right? So he would have been building his business. Sorry, I'm just reading the Sun article that says Black Eyes and Bruises. Real Housewives of Miami star Lisa Hutchins, ex Lenny's girlfriend Katharina, reveals she suffered abuse from her former husband. Okay. I thought she was going to say from Lenny. So it looks like Lenny's new girlfriend has been married and divorced, but I don't think Lenny was. He probably, by the time he got done with medical school, he probably was in his 30s, started building his practice, and started dating Lisa, and they would have got married when he was, around 40 years old. So that makes sense. But it is sad to think if he is just trading her in. Maybe they have had a loveless marriage. Maybe he has felt like he's been used. I don't know if that's really the case. A lot of women saying that it was triggering for them to see him, like that they could see the narcissist in him, that they had been married to a narcissist. A lot of comments like that. And a lot of, in fact, you guys go watch the Peacock. I think it was 4 episodes that they dropped. I've watched all 4. Yay for Peacock for not giving us breadcrumb after breadcrumb after breadcrumb like Bravo does. Like, thank you for treating us like grown-ups and giving us 4 or 5 episodes to give us some rapport to, start the season. We see the nanny fall, and another maid runs outside and says there's an emergency. The nanny fell in the shower, and Lisa starts to panic. She's like, oh my gosh, should I call 911? I don't know if I should call 911. And Lenny's like, this is not a 911. This is not what ambulance is for. We're going to put ice on it, and we're going to call her a driver, call her an Uber to take her to the hospital, which I kind of thought was a little strange. It seems like you would have a right, if you have a whole house of people that work there, just like when they said Lisa said she did her own finances, like, don't you have a right-hand assistant? Doesn't Lisa have an assistant? Does he not have an assistant? Who runs their house and keeps track of all of those things? Like, you should have a right-hand person besides your nanny that, takes care of and makes the calls and does a lot of that. And it doesn't seem like she has that. So she looks like that's not a satisfying answer to her. She doesn't like that answer. Like, she thinks they should call 911. So she turns around, and there's 2 guys cooking, one of the chefs who would cook the dinner. And she's like, don't you think I should call 911? And I don't think them not hearing Lenny say, don't call 911. Chef was like, I would call 911. So Lisa's like, I'm going to call 911. Dying to call 911. Lenny hits the corner, comes around. Lisa, do you understand me? Do not call 911. This is not something you call 911 over. And if you watch the chef's face and his eyes, the face he makes when Lenny is saying this to Lisa, it says, his face says a million words of what Lenny must be like behind the scenes. Just saying. Go watch it for yourself. It was a great 4 episodes. I'm excited to watch The Real Housewives of Miami. I think we're going to get a great season out of Lisa. Really excited. I mean, not excited to see Lisa and Lenny's divorce, but I think it's going to be a great storyline for the show. I think Alexia is going to be great. I want to touch a little bit on Dr. Nicole, and I want to know what you guys think about the money that they spend, and do you think that is a typical do you know, does that seem logical to have that much money for a anesthesiologist at a hospital? Yes, you're a doctor, yes, you're an anesthesiologist, I'm sure you make amazing money, but private airplane, I don't know, guys. I want to know what you guys think. You guys saw their wealth. You guys know that Jeff Bezos' parents bought their previous home, the Bentley, the cars, the vacations. I want to know what you guys think. Does that seem like the lifestyle of a doctor and a lawyer? Let's not forget, guys, that Tom Girardi was a lawyer too, and people in the Hulu docuseries said it didn't make sense that he had all that money. Yeah, he was an attorney, yeah, he was big time, but he was no lawyer is that big time, right? We never even heard of him before either. At least Leah Black, we had heard of her husband because he had been controversial and involved with problematic cases, big cases, federal cases, prior to even anything to do with Jeff Epstein. So I don't know. It just is kind of giving me something suspicious. And she always has a drink in her hand. She always has a glass of wine in her hand, wherever, whenever. It is never the wrong time to have a glass of wine, I've noticed with her. They bring the nanny out to eat with the son and the mom and the grandmother, have a glass of wine, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. It just seems like every time, I don't know, producers are making it seem like that on purpose, but it seems like every time that we see her, she has a drink in her hand. So all right, guys. Well, I just wanted to come on here and bring you that little bit of content. Also, want to shout out, I have my new Housewife Historian t-shirt on. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. This is so cute. It's like a little crop top. I'm going to post some pictures when I get a chance to take some, but I hope all of you guys have a great Monday, and we'll talk soon.